her chopping off the penis of her father was that the father was insisting that her nieces stayed with him. So in her mind, she was like, oh, you want to continue what you did to me as a one of the most devastating experiences that any human could ever go through is the betrayal of trust of one's parents. As heartbreaking and heart-wrenching this experience is, it is the reality of quite a number of people. So how do we handle this kind of situation? Well, that is what we want to dive into today. Hi, if you're new to my page, this is Christy Corner with Judy, where I share my personal thoughts based on biblical principles. On today's episode, we'll continue our conversation on revival of forgiveness. And today, we're looking at forgive your parents. So 5 years ago, when we were mourning the death of our mother, another family from my village was preparing the burial ceremony of their mother. And on this particular occasion, one of the daughters of the woman stormed, the father's compound, and she was ranting, speaking with a lot of anger, and she said, why are you people not happy that I provided 5,000 naira for sachet water for this woman's burial? Are you not glad that I even gave out 5,000 naira as my contribution? What did she do for me? This woman did nothing but cause me pain. This woman did nothing but make my life miserable. I don't even know why she lived this long. Why didn't God take her a long time ago? I know that she will spend her eternity the hottest part of hell for all the pain that she caused me. And she stormed out and went. When I heard that story, it was a shock. And I was thinking, for me, I just lost my mother, who was such a good woman. We were even wishing she stayed more. And this was this other lady's reality. As much as I sympathized with her for all the pain she had to endure because of the pain the mother caused her, but I felt so much pity for her. How could you possibly carry that pain in your heart until the death of your mother and even after her death? I mean, I wished she chose another route to let go of the pain, let go of the anger, and make peace with her mother. So, you see, the truth of the matter is this. Some people have had to endure unimaginable, gruesome experiences from their parents. As much as some of us, we have been so blessed. When we think of our parents, we smile, we laugh, we have fond memories of them. I'm one of the blessed people. I had a very wonderful father. My father died when I was very young, and my mom died 5 years ago. So when I think of both of them, I'm always filled with joy that I was so blessed to have such good and wonderful people as parents. But that's not the reality of so many people out there. I heard of a case of a lady who ended up chopping off the penis of her father. Why? All through her childhood, the father molested her. What led to her chopping off the penis of her father was that the father was insisting that her nieces stayed with him. So in her mind, she was like, oh, you want to continue what you did to me as a child on these ones? No, today it ends. So, no doubt, people have had to endure a lot of pain, betrayals. How do we handle that? I might not be in the right position to talk about this because I didn't experience, my experience is different. I had very good parents. But I think of it from the place of the hurt and the anger and the pain and the betrayal. If we hold them so tight to our hearts, they only end up hurting us. That you had to experience that does not mean it's the normal thing to experience. It just simply means that life happened. So if you find yourself in this situation, what do? I have some few recommendations I would give. Like I said earlier, I probably might not be in the best position to talk about this, to advise you, but the Bible is a complete book, and in the Bible we'll find answers to the many questions that life experiences could throw at us. So number one would be this. I would recommend that you start that conversation. Sometimes we feel so ashamed of what we've done that we feel that avoidance is the best tactics to handle that unpleasant situation or uncomfortable situation. So for some parents who have really hurt their children, they probably are avoiding you because they are ashamed. And they just feel that distancing themselves from us will probably be in our own interest. So your parents or your parents might even be feeling ashamed of what they have done, but because they just feel that maybe if I'm no longer in their life, maybe if I'm far away from her, far away from him, he will learn to heal and move on with life. That could be their own case of why they have not, made that effort to try to close that chapter and have a new start with you. So why don't you start that conversation? And the reason I'm recommending this is because